qualifying session. It didn't go right for the 11 team last week in the pits, but they staged a tremendous comeback, and Steve, that helped them in the scope of things, considering where the other playoff drivers finished. So if everything could go to plan for the 11, it could be a good day for Hamlin.
You see the drivers trying pit road speed. They use that access road both in and off. We'll take a look at the race analysis. 240 laps, 300 miles. That stage one is really a sprint. 45 laps, 95 laps stage two, 100 laps stage three. The fuel limit around 75 laps. Pit road speed 40 miles per hour. We will say this multiple times. The second narrowest pit road only to Indianapolis, only 25 feet wide. You see right there just how little room there are for these cars between the pit boxes and an outer wall.
Who's really feeling the pressure, one team that's really feeling the pressure from Hendrick Motorsports is the 48 of Alex Bowman. Dylan, tell us more.
Yeah, and even though they do look like they're in dire straits at minus 19, it doesn't necessarily feel that way. I spoke with Blake Harris, the crew chief, earlier today, and their goal is just to get out of here in less of a hole than they're in currently. They really feel confident about what they've got at Bristol next week. If they can just minimize some damage and some losses here and go to Bristol next week, they fully expect to be able to finish in the top 5 in the stages and be up front at the end. Force others into a mistake there or capitalize on others' misfortune if they can, Kim.
Last year it was Austin-centric in victory lane here, and while the team would love to repeat, Austin told me he felt like they were, quote, underwhelming in practice. They thought they would be much better. Now, they still think they'll be a top 10 car, which is necessary if they want to hit their goal of being at least 20 or more points to the cut line headed into Bristol next weekend. Austin said anything under plus 20 to the cut line is pretty nerve-wracking. Even with 20, he said nothing is guaranteed. They come into this race, Marty, plus 12.
Kim, if there's one driver ready to get this race green today, it is Ryan Blaney, so he can erase the St. Louis memories from 2024. Blaney had the lead coming off turn 4 to the white flag and ran out of fuel. They are hoping not to repeat that today, but they were exceptional in practice yesterday on the longer run. Do not be surprised if Ryan Blaney's in contention to possibly win at St. Louis after last year coming so close.
Well, Marty, to your point, let's stay with the 12 team of Ryan Blaney, Team Penske. Let's eavesdrop on a pre-race pep talk.
Hey everybody, good job. Practice, qualifying. I think we got a pretty decent team. So, do it a key for you out here. Have a good day, fellas. Good luck. Be safe.
Nice and positive, that's the way to do it. So this place...
Ready!
...history in NASCAR Cup Series racing, but not so as far as the
Ready.
Series, trucks. There's been some Trans Am and road course racing here on the infield. A lot of history with drag racing here. And now we're in the 4th year of the NASCAR Cup Series, but the first time ever for the playoffs. It's the Enjoy Illinois.
Get this candle lit.
240 laps around Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Get the candle lit.
Yeah.
His restarts are demanding. The front straightaway is narrow, very difficult to see beyond road 1. You see a lot of 3 wide, 4 wide action in turn 1 because it's an opportunity to get position. Start right now.
Lights are out on the pace car. We've come into the rain. The naming rights sponsor of this facility suggests global importance. So let's see, let's find out who's going to put in a world-class performance today in St. Louis. Denny Hamlin on the pole position.
Red flag is out. Let's go racing now.
St. Louis!
Yeah.
Nice start, Hamlin. Here comes Ross Chastain. You will see multi-lane racing today, and Chastain is the first one to show us that. Briscoe up on the inside of him. Hamlin leads down the back straight. Look at Briscoe. Pretty adventurous on the inside there. Keen to get ahead. Nice and early on lap 1. Good start for Denny Hamlin, Jeff. This is the first time he's led laps at this track.
Yeah, great launch, controlling the restart. Kyle Larson got a really aggressive on the exit of 2, ran up to the outside lane to block the run coming from Chastain. Shows you how aggressive drivers are going to be to protect track position once they have it.
We're going to talk all day about kind of this odd shape. Much is made of Darlington and its edge shape, very similar here at St. Louis. This is the wider end of the racetrack, turns 3 and 4. It's just a single downshift into 4th.
up into fifth gear, down the front straightaway, and now to the narrower end of the racetrack. Turns 1 and 2, they'll shift from fifth down to fourth, even all the way down to third because of the slow mid-corner speed.
Good battle right here. Two side-by-side battles. Oh, contact with Bubba Wallace. He got real aggressive on corner entry into one to get alongside Josh Berry. Then he made contact on corner exit. Watch as they battle into turn one. Watch how this inside lane tries to gain position on corner entry. Watch Bubba Wallace's car. See if he turns left again. Nope, decides to stay in line, try the outside.
Brothers Pizza onboard cam, and you heard that downshifting from Joey Logano. Again, Bubba gets out wide, may have just brushed the wall there in his pursuit to get by Josh Berry in the 21. Wood Brothers forward. Josh Berry looking for a bounce back. Remember, it was big wiggle out of the 20.
Whoa.
I was just mentioning last week, turn 2, lap 1, the 21 car went around. He's looking to try to calm his playoffs down, get some laps underneath him. Look at the mess here on the bottom of the screen. The 9 of Chase Elliott. 88 of SVG, the 3 of Austin Dillon, all playoff cars. The 54 of Ty Gibbs there, that blue and white car, 3 wide on the bottom. We heard from Chase Elliott, the pre-race. For him, he's not a very emotional driver, but I heard some optimism. His car was decent over the long run. He thought the 24 was been able to move through traffic. Oh, contact, Ty Gibbs into the 88.
Just unsettled Shane Van Gisbergen, who put in a good qualifying performance. Here comes playoff driver Austin Dillon in the 3. Also looking for a way through with Keselowski on the inside and Armendinger on the outside.
The battle for the lead. Kyle Larson's closed up to Denny Hamlin. A little bit lower through the corner than Hamlin's able to run. Let's see what Larson does. Hamlin to the bottom, Larson to the middle. I think this cruise, Steve, will even get wider than where Larson is right now as this race goes on. Good forward momentum on corner exit.
Yeah, you see what that wider exit does with the straightaway speed. The 5 probably go to the bottom. I assume the 11 will block the top. No, the 11 goes in at the bottom. Very surprised. He gave Kyle Larson the opportunity to get to his quarter panel. I think that's all Kyle Larson will need to complete this pass. There you have it. Momentum around the top for the 5 car.
Center of the corner speed is impressive on that 5 car. It's able to carry good speed to entry, but then roll in the middle. Right here, that corner middle speed sets up the exit.
Yeah, this is what Barney Snyder, he asked me in the pre-race about concern out of Hendrick. It was an underperforming of Darlington, which is rare, but I was super impressed with their cars here in practice. This